Here's why you wouldn't survive Alcatraz prison. Many of the men around you are convicted killers or notorious bank robbers. Most of them have been identified as desperate, meaning they will kill anyone that get in their way of freedom. The guards are not there to try and help rehabilitate prisoners. They are actually chosen for their toughness and nicknamed Iron Men. At the start, you are chained to a fellow inmate and have to walk a plank onto a ship that will take you to the island. The cells there are incredibly small, and you have to follow the strictest of routines. If you disobey the rules, then you will be taken to D block into the hole. You will be stripped naked by guards and beaten. You may possibly be allowed to shower once a week and go out in the yard for 1 hour. Other than that, you are confined into your cell. So, would you crack or would you survive? Comment what you think.
This is the greatest escape from prison of all time. From 1934 to 1963, the Alcatraz Federal Penitentiary was the most secure prison in the world. Located on the island off the coast of San Francisco, the prison was deemed inescapable as it was surrounded on all sides by water. But on June 11, 1962, that all changed. 3 men known by the names of Frank Lee Morris, John Anglin, and his brother Clarence Anglin escaped from the prison by digging a tunnel through a concrete wall using a spoon. To buy time, the men created papier-mâché dummies of themselves outfitted with hair from the prison's barbershop. They laid the dummies down as decoys on their beds. The men then went into the water using a boat that they had created from over 50 stolen raincoats. The guards at the penitentiary did not notice their escape until the following morning. At this time, the FBI and Alcatraz began an ultimately unsuccessful search for the 3 men. Theories remain whether the men drowned on that night or they're still alive today.
TikTok, this is the shower area. See these shower heads right here? Yeah, imagine that, showering with everybody in here, side by side. Basically, this area is called Broadway. This is where when your inmates would come down and get hollered at on their way in from all the old prisoners. This is solitary confinement. This little room, literally, there's a cage and there's a big green door that closes. See it double closed off. You can't hear anyone. You're in here by yourself for days, weeks, hours. You drive me crazy. This was a prison library. There's not much here, but basically you put your request for your book on a card. If it was available, they'd put it through the bars for you. So guns were never carried on the floor in Alcatraz. Up there, those 2 caged areas, those are called gun galleries. That's where the guards would be with the guns.
One of the most unsettling, mysterious, not talked about deaths occurred on one of the most haunted islands in the United States. Now, on Alcatraz, there is a portion of cells called the D block, which is known to be one of the most haunted areas in Alcatraz. And one of the final cells in the D block is for solitary confinement, where there is nothing but a hole in the ground for waste. And there have been many reports of a ghostly apparition patrolling that confinement area, who is said to have killed a prisoner. The inmate that was in there began screaming that there was somebody trapped in there with him with glowing eyes. The guards ignored his scream until an eerie silence fell. The next day, the convict had been found dead by strangulation. There were even fresh hand marks around his throat. Some people claim that the guard did it, but after a thorough investigation, they found that there is no possible way the guard could have done that. Don't forget to follow and like for more, and stay spooked.